Well, to start this off right off the bat, let me apologize to you in case you don't like this. This is going to be slow and campy. I mean, it's going to be really actually pretty bad campy, but you can't argue with the results in the end. But a lot of it is just, some of it is not being comfortable. As you can see, I'm already swapping out, not sure what to do because I'm not used to really using my hunter in PvP. My hunter got the bad JuJu bounty, and I'd never really attempted it before. And I finally, you know what, I was like, whatever, you know, I've already done the Thorn. We'll go ahead and finish this thing. You get it over with. I had already done part of it like weeks ago, and I was like, I'm going to get this over with. And now I've got a Thorn. I should be, you know, I should be going in and doing it. Which, unfortunately, I got saddled with. You know, I'm gonna do bounties. I'm not passing up XP. So, and I have no idea what this fellow was doing. It's just, this is one of the reasons I'm gonna sit in the spot. That guy right there, he is just going to feed me, and I'm not gonna leave. If you're gonna feed me kills, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay and eat if you're gonna keep feeding me. But I finally hopped in to get it done. I'm not real comfortable with my hunter. I use my hunter's ability less than any of my other characters because I'm just not comfortable with it. I'm just not comfortable with the hunter. I've used the hunter quite a bit. I have a lot of days played on my hunter, but at least there won't be any of the, oh, you're a hunter, OP, blah blah blah. Because no, you'll see, I really don't use my power a whole lot. It's just not how I really play it. I'm always situational, and I'm not so much of a, there's a person, I'm blasting my super. That's not how I play it, especially once you're using the Thorn. I found out this is an incredible PvP gun. I mean, I don't know if it beats the Vex. The Vex was melting me in some matches. The Vex is pretty powerful. I never used it, but I really was enjoying using the Thorn. So for the most part, I didn't even think about even having a power. The Thorn is just wonderful. It is very wonderful. So like I said, this is super campy, and if you see a little spot, a little glitchy looking something, I pulled this off of my memory, so it's all kind of placed back together, and so you get little jump spots because it just doesn't flow together properly. I don't know why it has to cut in so many places if it's just not going to flow when you pull it, but it is. And here he comes again. I think he has a fourth horseman equipped, but he was close enough. I mean, I have the fourth horseman, and that gun can do some serious damage, not upgraded. So I don't know if maybe he was trying to work on his melee bounty. And I waited. Nobody's coming. I had several matches that I just didn't understand it. Heavy ammo available. Nobody shows up for it. I'm like, really? I had some matches earlier where I just sat there and waited like 15 seconds or so. And I'm like, I'm taking this before the enemy comes and takes it. Nobody's coming, and it's just, I'm seeing that a lot where people are just not coming for the heavy ammo. I don't know. I don't have a clue. But yeah, that was a mistake. Coming at me with your Vex, I do have heavy ammo, but once again, I rarely keep my heavy very long. It seems like they managed to kill me pretty quick with it most of the time. I guess I got a few kills with this first before I'll end up dying, but I never have super luck with it, especially if I'm using a rocket launcher. Oh goodness, that is just a mistake for me to use a rocket launcher. It just never seems to work out well. But it always works out a lot better when I'm using a heavy machine gun. So, and I mean, I think that was the Vex again. I'm gonna say I'm facing two people, but the Vex just is just almost disgusting to an extent. You gotta be pretty accurate and shoot pretty fast with your Thorn. And see, this is kind of how my luck goes too. And you see this, I guess you can call that lag. Technically, the guy hadn't even hit me yet when I died, so I was a little confused as to that whole situation. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But I've said it before about the lag, and it's been said before. There is lag, and there it was for me. So So this was kind of, I mean, a lot of these games sneak up on me. It's kind of when you see the scoreboard at the end, you're like, wow, that was a lot better game than I thought it was. Holy crap. So, and you see that, so you see the damage. He's that far away, and he almost didn't. It just wasn't hard for him to do some serious damage to me very, very quickly with that thing. But yeah, I kind of get the appeal now of why people want to use this gun. I personally would say this gun is that was stupid to stay there that long. Oh goodness, I just realized it. I would have to say the Thorn is definitely worth going for it. The bounty, I technically I have 2 of them, so, but the Thorn is really, really wonderful. So I can see every time I go into PvP trying to use this more than anything else, because I really, really enjoyed this gun. And just on another thing too, I had some friends invite me to play with them, and I was like, guys, I don't know. I was like, I tend to go red bar a lot when I play with friends, and it really breaks the fun because it's just everything is lagging around so awful. But I still played with them, and I whined like a little bitch the first game. I did. The lag was bad. I was not having a good time. I was just completely unhappy about it. And I basically got told to shut up. Very nicely, I'll say that. I was told pretty nicely, you know. Maybe my problem, maybe the lag is because you're speaking too much in party chat. Alright. So we went with the mute the microphone thing, and actually it where I had a lot of fun afterwards. Only had a couple matches where it was super laggy after that, and that seemed to work. I just needed to not communicate, kind of like I do when I'm playing normally. I just no mic and go in and try to kill, and that was a bad spot to use a golden gun. But I just had to mute my mic and go on my way, and I did just fine after that. I just had to slow play it. When the matches were laggy, when I could look at it and see that I was super red bar, I just stop and play slow, very, very slow, and play back, because you can't be aggressive and move forward onto the points when you die and you don't even know why you died, and it was because they came in and killed you before you even knew what the hell was going on. So it wasn't that bad though, so I can say all experiences playing with friends hasn't been horrible, because it started off really bad, but it got a lot better. And luckily I have the temperament that I can kind of look back and chuckle at things. So fusion rifles, I guess people say the same thing when I snipe someone. I'm sure they're going, snipers. So it's nobody wants to be killed by anything. I understand it. And there you go. See, look, I think, well, is this my first time to use my golden gun? How ridiculous is that? I think I just realized that I just now used my power for the first time. This is what I said with the Thorn. I just don't even think about it. The Thorn kills fast enough that I just don't have to worry about using my power. Golden gun or Blade Dancer. I just don't see me using Blade Dancer. I'm just not a Blade Dancer type of guy. I know the whole, oh, you have health and all of these things, but I just don't see me playing as a Blade Dancer. And actually, I mean, now that I've completed the bounty, if I did go back into PvP for some reason, which I don't know what that would be, but I seem to keep finding reasons to do it. But I still would probably rather use another character if I could get away with it. I won't have to go in for bounties anymore. I don't see any reason to need a second bad JuJu. And I would say that having 2 Thorns, and I've maxed both of them completely out at this point, I'm going to say that's good enough. Each character does not need to have their own Thorn. There's such a thing as getting too many weapons sometimes. So, and this match actually was a lot faster than I anticipated it being. So I don't know if I killed fast enough being campy that it was still good enough, because I mean a lot of the match, I mean, we didn't have all the points or anything, so I mean you can't really blame it on that. So, I mean, I really just don't know. But most matches seem to take more than 10 minutes, and you know that's about all this one took. So, I was fairly happy with, you know, the length of the match for the way it felt slow. I mean, I know I'm playing slow, so it seems slow. I'm just putting myself in the correct position, I guess, to I guess say to win, to kill. So, and there we go. I even got one at the end, but yeah, it still worked out. Still had good stats at the end. We still won this match with these, and playing slow didn't really hurt. But you know, that's just, you got to be more comfortable. And I probably played slower with my hunter not being comfortable with him. And you see, it's 31 kills right there. So, and it's a nice little KD to go with it. So, you know, like I said, you may not enjoy that type of slow play, but it's hard to argue with the results. And I have to admit, the results were like that a lot with my hunter compared to my other one. So, I don't know, maybe the hunter is good. But we're going to end it here, and I will catch you guys later.